Hello students. So in the previous class we have started with the topic and that is human eye. Okay, we were discussing that what are the different structures of the human eye. And in this part student we discussed few of the parts of the human eye. Let us recall all these things students, and then we discuss about that of the sclera. Sclera is what? It is the first part of the eye, and we said that sclera, it is the outermost part of the eye. Okay, so it is the outermost part which is made up of a tough fibrous tissue, and basically you see if it is a outer covering of that of the eye, so its function is to protect the eye. So it helps in protecting the eye. Next one that we discuss is about that of the cornea. Cornea, it is the second portion. So a transparent bulging out part of the eye is the cornea. Basically this cornea is present just behind to that of the sclera. And light rays, it allows the light rays to enter into the eye, and that is why cornea is also known as the window of the eye. If we talk about the third one is a student, and that is iris and pupil. So iris and pupil students, so iris is what? It is that of the color diaphragm of that of the eye, and to help in giving the color to that of the eye. Okay, and it is present just behind to that of the cornea. So the color diaphragm which is present in the eye is iris, which gives color to the eye. In the iris only there is a dark circular opening is there, and that is known as a pupil. Okay, so iris and that of the pupil. Now what is the role of these two students? Iris, it helps in regulating the amount of light to enter into the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. If we are going to a bright light, then our iris will contract, adjusting the pupil to become smaller in size, and thus a small amount of light will enter into our eyes. If we talk about the pupils, if we talk about when we are going to a dark place, so when there is a less light or when there is a dark place, the student, there this iris will help in expanding. Okay, so it expands, and due to which it makes the pupil also to get enlarged, and thus allows more and more light to enter into the eye. So you see here student, according to the situation, it helps in regulating the amount of light to enter into the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. Okay. Later on, we also discuss about that of the lens. So after pupil iris, you see just behind it there is a double convex transparent crystalline lens is present student, and the basic function of this lens is to focus on the light which is entering into the eye. So the next one is the eye lens. Eye lens is what? Which is it is a lens that is a double convex lens, and its basic function is to focus on the light rays which is entering into the eye. Now from this eye student, you can see the muscles are attached with it. Okay, so these muscles are also known as ciliary muscles. So if we talk about the ciliary muscle students, so you see this is basically attached to that of the lens, and its main role in adjusting the lens in such a way that it can focus on the light which is entering into it. So there is a true function of that of the ciliary muscles. First is that it helps in keeping the eye lens at a proper place, at its place. Okay, so it helps in holding the lens at a place. And the second one is that this ciliary muscles help in adjusting the that of the eye lens so that it can focus on the light which is entering into it. Now you see, how can it help in focusing students? So when the ciliary muscle contracts. When it contracts, this eyeless will become thick. And if it has become thicker, it will focus on the light which is coming from a nearby object. Okay? So when it contracts, it focuses on the object which is focus on the light which is coming from the nearby object. Now, when the ciliary muscles relax, at that time this eyeless become thin, and due to which you can say that it will focus on the light entering at the from that of a far by object. Okay, so this lens is basically adjusted with the help of the ciliary muscles. Now we will move to the next one, student, and we will discuss about the next part of the human eye, and that is retina. Retina. What is a retina, student? It is a muscular screen which is present behind to that of the lens, which is present behind to that of the eyeball, that is retina. Okay, so you can see the screen of the eye is the retina. Now, if it is the screen, students, so what is the role? What is the use of the retina? So basically, when the light rays comes to the lens, this lens help in forming the image, and this image is formed on the retina. Okay, so retina is responsible for the formation of the image of an object in the eye. Not only this, student, if you see, this retina is basically consisting of a number of nerve cells also. And in that nerve cells, it includes rod cells and cone cells. Rod cells are the cells which is present in the eye, and they are sensitive to the intensity of the light. While the cone cells which is present near to the retina, it is sensitive to the color. Now we will discuss again here. So what is a retina, student? It is a muscular screen. Okay, present behind the eye. Okay, muscular screen present behind that of the eye. Then second one is that retina is a place where image is formed. Okay, so light when it enters into the lens, from lens the image formation occur at the retina. So retina is basically what? It is a screen. So if it is a screen, it means it helps in forming the image on that particular screen. Now not only this, student, this retina is having a bunch of nerve cells. So we can write a bunch of nerve cells including rod and cone cells, including rod and cone cells. So a bunch of nerve cells are there in the retina, which includes the two different type of cells, students, and that is the rod cells and that of the cone cells. Okay, so two different types of cells are present here. Now, what is the role of this rod cells and cone cells, students? So, this rod cells, basically, it is very sensitive towards the intensity of the light. Okay, so rod cells is sensitive to the intensity of the light, density of the light rays. Okay, so it is very sensitive towards the intensity of the light rays which is entering into the eye. So this is the rod cells. What about the cone cells, students? So if we talk about the cone cells, these cone cells are also very sensitive, but they are sensitive to the color of their eye. You can write it, cone cells. Okay, so these are sensitive to the color of the eyes, and the first one is sensitive to the intensity of the light entering into the eye. So this is the retina of the eye. Let me remind you again. Retina is what, student? It is the screen, muscular screen which is present behind to that of the eye. Its main function, since it is a screen, student, you know that a screen is what? Where there is a formation of the image. So image is formed on the retina itself, on this muscular screen. Now this retina is consisting of a number of nerve cells are there. Okay, and this nerve cells basically consisting of two types of a cell, and that is rod cells and cone cells. Rod cells, it is sensitive to the intensity of the light, and cone cells are sensitive to the color of the light. Now not only this, students, but this retina also help in converting the image which is formed on it into electrical signal. Helps in converting image to the electrical signal. Okay, so it helps in converting image to that of the electrical signal. Okay, so this is about that of the retina. Now we will move to the next one, students, and that is the optic nerve. You can see here, students, this is the retina and this one is the optic nerve. So now we will move to that of the optic nerve. You see here, optic nerve. Now optic nerve, it is also present behind to that of the eyelids. Okay, and you see here, student, it is talking about the nerve. Okay, so it is consisting of the nerve cells, eye nerve we can say, and the basic function of this optic nerve is to carry the signals of the image to the brain. So you can say that it helps in connecting the retina to that of the brain. Because what is the role of the retina? It helps in the formation of the image. What kind of an image is formed is interpreted by that of the brain. So it is the optic nerve which used to carry the signals of the image to the brain. So you can say that the optic nerve is the connection by which the image, the things which is related to the image, the information which is related to the image can be sent in the form of electric signals, in the form of electric impulses to that of the brain. So we can write it. It is a bunch of nerve cells, bunch of the nerve cells. Okay. Okay, it is a bunch of nerve cells which is also located at the back of the eye. Okay, so bunch of the nerve cells is there, student, which is located at the back of the eye. Now not only this, carries information of image to the brain in the form of electric signals. Okay, so electric signals we can say, or we can say in the form of electric impulses. Okay, so basically the role of this optic nerve is to carry the information. Not only this, students, we can say that it helps in connecting the retina to that of the brain. So the next one is helps in connecting the brain to the retina. Okay, so retina, you can say, student, it can be connected to that of the brain with the help of the nerve, and that is known as the optic nerve. Okay, so this is the second one. This is the next part of that is optic nerve. Now we have discussed each and everything except you can see the one term, and that is blind spot. So you see here, students, blind spot. So you can see a spot which is present at the bottom of the retina, that is known as the blind spot. Okay. So we can say that blind spot is one bit of is that where the you can understand it is at the bottom of that of the retina, from where the optic nerve is started. Now what is the basic role of this blind spot? Actually, this blind spot is very insensitive. Okay, you can say that it is the origin of that of the optic nerve, and that is why it is very insensitive. So it does not consisting of a rod and that of the cone cells. Okay, so it is insensitive to that of the light. Blind spot. Blind spot is what, student? This is a small spot which is present at the bottom of the retina that is known as the blind spot. Okay. Then this spot is very insensitive towards the light. So it is very insensitive towards the light. Next one is not only this, students, even the cells, that is the rod cells and that of the cone cells, are also not present to that of the blind spot. So you can write it that rod cells and cone cells are also not present at the blind spot. Okay, so rod cells, cone cells are also not present at that of the blind spot. So these are the different parts of that of the eye, students, which includes the first one is the sclera, the second one is the cornea, then the third one is iris and that of the pupil, then retina is there, student. This is retina, then optic nerve is there, which is originated, although it goes like this to that of the eye, student, it's not like that. It is present, spreads all over everywhere to that of the eye. Okay, and this optic nerve is there, student, and finally a blind spot. You can see a spot, a depression is there, and that is the blind spot which is present at the below of to that of the retina. Okay, from where you can say the optic nerves. It helps in connecting the retina to that of the optic nerve. Okay. So this is the difference, and the lens is also there, which plays a very important role. It help in forming that of the image only. Because of the lens only, you know that there is a formation of an image. Now this is the structure of the eye. Now what we have to discuss now, we have to study the working of the eye. So we can understand now the working of the human eye. If we talk about the working, student, working of the human eye. So basically what happens, that this eye, it basically work like that of a camera. What happened with the camera, student? Camera informs an image which is real and inverted. And the same thing happened with our eye also. So what happened when the light rays from any object, it get reflected and enter into our eye. Okay, so after reflection, when it enter into our eye, then from that of the sclera to the cornea, pupil, iris, and finally it will go through the lens. Now our lens, it will take this light rays and help in forming a real, inverted and highly diminished. What is the meaning of a diminished, student? It means very small in size. So it form a real, it form an inverted and a highly diminished image at the behind to that of the eyeball. It means at the screen of the eye, that is retina. So on retina, this light ray help in forming the image. Okay, and that image is real, that image is inverted, and that image is highly diminished. Now you see, the image which is formed at the retina is real, but it is inverted. Inverted, it means ulta. Okay, so if image it is inverted, then how we are able to see the people erect one? How can we see that? Okay, how can we see the person that is an erect image? Okay, not an inverted one. So basically, you know that the function of the retina, that it helps in converting the information of image to the electrical signal. Now, this electrical nerve and this optic nerve help in connecting the retina to the brain. How? It used to carry the information. It used to carry the impulses from that of the retina to the brain. Now, to the brain, the impulses, the information reaches to the brain. Now, it is brain only which interpret the image as an erect image. Okay, so the image which is formed in the eye is real and inverted, but the image which is interpreted as an erect image is done by our brain. So this is what there is a formation of the image our human eye work. Let us write one by one each and everything, students. So you see, human eye act like a camera. Okay. Acts like a camera. Okay. What does that mean? That it always form a real, inverted and a highly diminished image. So, basically what happened here, when light rays falls and passes through the cornea to pupil to the eyelids. Now you see the light rays, it enters into the eye. From that of the cornea, it enters into the pupil, and from pupil it reaches to that of the lens. So lens, it forms the real, inverted and undiminished image. Lens forms real, inverted and highly diminished image. Diminished image. Okay, so lens, it forms a real, inverted and a highly diminished image. Now this image is basically formed on that of the retina of the eye. So we can write it. Student, please write each and every point, or you can take the screenshot. Okay, so you see here, this image is formed at the retina. Okay, so this image is formed at the retina. Now the signals which is present at the retina will be carried by the optic nerve to the brain. Okay, so electrical signals at the retina, enters to retina with the help of optic nerve, reaches to brain. Reaches to the brain. Reaches to the brain, and finally brain. The brain is only which interprets brain interprets the inverted image to the erect image. Okay, so it is the brain only when the light rays it enters into the eye, and the formation of the image occur at the retina. The electric signals which is formed by the retina, it will, with the help in the form of electrical impulses, it will be carried by that of the optic nerve to the brain. Okay, and that it is the brain only which interprets the inverted image to the head. So whenever the question is asked, student, that why the human brain, on the eye we know that there is a formation of a image is there, or this convex lens, it always forms that of a, it forms real and inverted image. So why our brain, or why we are able to see the object as erect image, not as an inverted image? So you will write that it is because that the image which is formed by the eye is real and inverted, but it is the brain only which used to carry the information. It is the brain only which interpreted that of the inverted image to that of the erect image. Okay, so brain help in the interpreting the inverted to that of the erect image, students. Okay, now we will move to the next topic. Next one is that of the persistence of vision, student. What is the persistence of vision? So you see that whenever we are at the theatre, we are at the movie, we are seeing the movie in cinema hall, there are a lot of pictures are there. And when you see the pictures, these pictures are in a sequence. And that is why you are able to with the help of these all pictures, you are able to make it into a story, or you will understand that this is the story. How the story is formed, student? It is the collection of the pictures which is moving in a sequence, and because of that we are able to understand, we are able to say that yes, this is a movie or this is a story. Okay, so persistent of vision, it is because of our retina. So what is the role of a retina here in the persistence? So basically the retina of our eye, it used to keep the image for about 1/16th second on it, and due to which we are able to make the sequence of a different pictures. And that is the keeping of the image for about 1/16th second on the retina defines or is the basis of the persistence of that of the vision. Okay.